Guys, and welcome to the 8th episode of Prophetic Living. Let me start out by telling you about a vision I had Sunday. So I saw all the churches in Arkansas, and on Wednesdays and Sundays they had this beautiful fragrance coming out of them and going into these bowls in heaven. And they were the bowls that it talks about in Revelation 5:8. However, almost every other day, the bowls were nearly empty. And this got me thinking, how many people's lives would be completely changed? Like, if we just kept those polls filled 24/7. Not just people's lives, but communities, families, cities, states, even nations. And that brings me to today's topic of worship. In Acts 16, Paul and Silas are having a pretty bad day. I mean, they've been beaten, they've been ridiculed, and now they're thrown in jail and are chained up. And just, all in all, having a really crappy day. But that pretty much sums up Paul's ministry, actually. But in verses 25 and 26, it says, "Around midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the other prisoners were listening. Suddenly, there was a massive earthquake, and the prison was shaken to its foundation. All the doors immediately flew open, and the chains of every prisoner flew off." Let's just look at that for a second. They were praying and worshiping God in prison, probably one of the last places they wanted to be, and their chains flew off. Now, when we worship Jesus when we don't feel like it, when our circumstances are just crappy, and when we don't feel like it'll do any good, that's when our chains really fall off. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. And man, Jesus, and definitely in worship. So, get out there, worship the man who laid down his life for you, and break off your chains. Even if you don't feel like it's going to do any good, do it anyway, and watch what happens. Because man, there is such freedom in worship. You can express yourself in ways that you didn't even think were possible, but you can do it. Until next time, guys.